are the top 10 tangible tourism products in Europe.
Top 10 Rhine Valley, Germany.
The Rhine Valley flowing through the middle of Germany is a great way to see the country. Gorgeous quaint towns and impressive medieval castles can be found either side of the Rhine. The Rhine has played an important part in the cultural exchange between Northern and Southern Europe throughout history. Today, it's a popular and romantic tourist destination, boasting incredible history, scenic hikes, delectable foods, and beautiful markets.
Top 9 Chateau de Versailles, France.
Once a home of French monarchs, it is now a UNESCO World Heritage listed site, which holds an incredible insight into French history. The chateau features majestically decorated rooms, some of which still hold their original furniture. The Hall of Mirrors is one of the most famous rooms at Versailles and was featured in the film Marie Antoinette, featuring Kirsten Dunst. The best time to go is during summer when the garden is at its peak and fountains are in full use. Leave yourself a whole day to explore, as you can get completely lost in its beauty and history.
Top 8 Dorset Coast, England.
The Dorset and East Devon coast is England's first natural World Heritage Site and is commonly referred to as the Jurassic Coast, over 155 kilometers long. Movements of the earth, the sea, and wind have helped shape the area, leaving glorious rock formations. Fossils of prehistoric animals and plants can be found in rocks that formed between 250 and 65 million years ago, making it an extremely important location, giving us a glimpse at life millions of years ago.
Top 7 Le Mont Saint-Michel.
Located on a small island with a circumference of approximately 1 kilometer and surrounded by strong equinox tidal flowing and sand beads. Le Mont Saint-Michel is an incredible sight. The first abbey was built here over 1,000 years ago but was replaced and reworked up until the 18th century. During the 19th century, the monastery was converted into a prison. However, monks have since returned and prisoners no longer inhabit the island.
Top 6 Cinque Terre, Italia.
The Cinque Terre is made up of 5 villages located on the coast of Italy, which are said to have been around since as early as 11th century. Buildings were constructed on the coast to create a fortification against the sea. A path constructed in the 1990s connects the 5 villages together and offers spectacular views of the coast. Before the path was built, each village relied on ships for imports and exports, as this was the only way in and out. Each village is full of adorably colorful buildings along the coastline, and not surprisingly, they boast a pretty mouth-watering array of seafood. In addition to that, the path connecting the villages was severely damaged back in 2011, and maintenance work often forces its closure. So it's best to check to see if the path is open before you go. When it comes to the seafood, you can't go past the mussels.
Top 5 Jungfrau, Switzerland.
The Jangfra World Heritage Site expands over 82,000 hectares of land. This landscape has played an important part in the history of European literature, art, and mountaineering. The Jangfra Glacier is one of the largest in Europe, with a width of approximately 1.6 kilometers. A CAG railway takes you to the peak, where you can visit the ice palace built in the glacier and take in the scenery of the lookout deck, possibly heaven on earth.
Top 4. Siski Chrome Low. Take a step back in time and visit the historical center of Siski Chrome Low, located just over 2 hours south of Prague. It's a great example of a European medieval town. Built around a 13th century castle, the town's heritage is a display of turbulent history, showcasing many different influential periods throughout European history. The Baroque Opera Theatre is a beautiful example of modern-day restoration and is definitely one to put on your list of things to see.
Top 3. Lake Ohrid, Macedonia. Located in Macedonia, the lake is home on an area of rare aquatic life and is listed as World Heritage along with the town of Ohrid. The old quarter of Ohrid is full of beautiful churches and medieval castles that overlooks the nearby lake. The lake's pristine fresh water is the perfect way to cool off on a hot day and in a great place to watch the sunset over the surrounding mountains.
Top 2. Kotla Hora. Kotna Hora, a small village which was a royal city in the 14th century. Kotna Hora is endowed with the monuments symbolizing its prosperity from the earlier silver mining period. The Church of St. Barbara, built in the late Gothic period, was restored during the early 18th century. During the Communist period, religion was banned and the cathedral was used as tobacco factory. The Kotna Hora Cemetery Chapel, Sidyak Oshwari, is also an incredible historic site, full of ornaments and elaborate decorations using human bones. A decorating tradition started by monks during the Middle Ages. Yes, it is a little bit creepy once you see it. You will realize it's pretty amazing.
And top 1. Norwegian Fjords.
The West Norwegian fjords are a masterpiece of nature. Thousands of years ago, glaciers carved incredible gorges through the rocks, leaving deep valleys up to 1,000 meters deep. Seawater has since filled the gorges and surrounding mountains rise over 1,000 meters, holding snow on the peaks all year round. Here you will find many beautiful waterfalls, snow peaks, old farms built in the most obscure places, as well as incredibly breathtaking scenery.
Thank you.